Well, everyone, the iPhone 12, in my opinion, was one of the better iPhones that Apple has made. Definitely wasn't perfect, but I think it was a good overall iPhone. However, I will tell you, in 2023, this is a very, very good used iPhone that I would genuinely recommend almost every single person to buy. It really doesn't get too much better than this inside of the used market. And like I said, if you're in the market and you want to go ahead and buy one of these used ones, there are very solid choices. The first thing I'll tell you is the resemblance between an iPhone 12, like in the used market, and an iPhone 15 that just came out, it's pretty insane. You would not believe how much similarity there is between these two types of devices. Of course, a device like the iPhone 15 is going to be better, but from a build quality standpoint, from a outside, feature full standpoint, there is a lot of overlap which you would never believe when looking at these types of devices. So just from that perspective alone, kind of gets a thumbs up for me if I'm being completely honest. Like, it's genuinely insane how crazy similar these types of devices are. Now, on top of that, with a device like the iPhone 12, this is a device that's still going to be very solid in so many other ways. For one, this is an iPhone that is still going to be giving you a really good display inside of it. I think that's one of the best features going on for this type of device. Although it's still 60 Hz, it's still a pretty good, handsome looking 60 Hz display. So I think that's a pretty cool thing going for it. You still have the notch up top, which isn't that big of a deal. You're still getting 4K at 60 on the front and the back of this device, which is still so amazing. Having 4K at 60, I think, is genuinely so cool. And once again, that in and of itself is a very good thing going on with this particular device. I also do think that the camera setup on this thing, like I said before, having that ultra wide and wide angle lens, very similar to the iPhone 15, is also another very, very good thing going on for it. And when it's, the craziest thing is that within iOS 17, like I've mentioned in a lot of videos, this was the cutoff point for a lot of features within iOS 17. The iPhone 12 was that one device that you had to go ahead and pick up if you wanted to go ahead and get almost all the features within this particular device. So that is another pretty insane thing going on for this particular phone, because when you pick it up, you would not believe at this particular point how good of a job Apple did with it from a performance standpoint, but also when you're still getting all those features within iOS 17. Like I said, because this phone was the cutoff point, you are still getting a lot of those features within iOS 17, which is genuinely so cool. So those are just like the main things. On top of that, you're still getting a phone that's still going to be supported for so many more years. The build quality of this phone is still, competing with a lot of the phones that are coming out this particular year. And this is a 2020 mid to kind of, upper tier priced phone. It's not the most expensive phone of all time. So because of that, you're not going to be paying like the most insane value, per dollar standpoint for this particular device. So overall, in my opinion, a used iPhone 12 is a very solid option. And I would highly recommend every single person to go and pick it up. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.